Welcome to Don't Watch Qatar 2022, a series of articles and podcast episodes about a dilemma many football fans are facing right now: to watch or not to watch the upcoming World Cup. My name is Enzio Bakker, I'm a Dutch football fan, and I decided a couple of years ago that I'm not going to watch this year's World Cup. During this project, I'll explain why by answering 8 questions every football fan should ask themselves. These 8 questions have already been answered in our previous episodes, and today we'll have some final remarks to close things off. I'd like to scream it through a megaphone: everyone should boycott the World Cup in Qatar. I would want to personally grab every football fan by the shoulders and talk sense into them. Not watching is the only correct option. But even though this project is a plea for just that, I think it's important to emphasize that the greatest responsibility doesn't lie with football fans. We're part of a system which can only be changed by those at the top, but unfortunately the Qataris don't care about football, they only care about the geopolitical goals they can achieve through it. Football officials, who are also at the summit of the pyramid of responsibility, just want to grow football. Sponsors just want to advertise, coaches and players, one level down, want to participate in the tournament they've always dreamt about. When those in power don't do anything, why should they pay for it? News outlets need to turn a profit, stories about human rights abuses don't sell and barely change anything. Responsibility slides down the pyramid and ends up at the bottom, with football fans. We are now the only ones who can take our responsibility. But is it fair to always put responsibility on individuals at the bottom of the pyramid? When someone takes a flight, he or she should feel shame because of the climate. When someone makes a racist joke, he or she should go and read James Baldwin. Both are justifiable, but this focus on individuals makes sure that the people who could really make a difference, politicians and CEOs under whose supervision these practices are continuing to happen, aren't pressured into doing so. Why don't we demand for them to take responsibility? Therefore, it feels wrong to criticize my brothers, friends, neighbors or even sports journalists for watching the World Cup. They're not responsible for all this. The Altanis and Infantino are, and they would love it when we all point at each other instead of at them. Do I believe deep down that people who do watch Qatar 2022 slip up morally? Yes. Do I think they should be judged for it? No. Or at least not as harshly as those at the top of the pyramid. But I do think every football fan should take a moment to consider watching or not watching. If you don't want to take at least that minimum level of responsibility, I think I can judge you for that. The least you can do for all the countless victims of this World Cup is read up on the problems, think about the part you yourself are playing in it, and then make a conscious decision. And if you reach the same conclusion as I have, you could start a dialogue with people around you. Not to judge them or to show off your so-called moral superiority, but to get them to think about it. This was the goal of this project. I hope for Kenneth, Adi, Vishnu, Ganesh and all others that I've succeeded. To read more about these issues and to check the sources I use to piece all this together, visit our website don'twatchqatar2022.com. If you want to support us financially, please don't. We don't want to profit off this tournament. Instead, please donate to one of the organizations listed on our website. Also, check us out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and TikTok. We'll keep you posted on what we're doing next. Thanks for listening. This was Enzio Bakker from the Netherlands. I hope you'll keep following us as we're not done yet.